This is problem 3.07 from Francois Tardieu's Backgammon Strategic Concepts book, Chapter 3, Playing with or Against a Lone Back Checker. Here's the position. We're green. Rolled a 5-1. Our home board's in the bottom right. Look at the two top moves and figure out which one is best and why. I'll give you my quick observations on each move. Look at some of Tardieu's key points, as well as Tardieu's expert analysis, getting feedback from XG. Then we'll look at Tardieu's summary. Finally, I'll modify the position at the end of the video, and I'll also show you some flashcards which I'm putting together based on the book. Here's the first possible move, hitting and sliding the 5-point, 13-8, 6-5 like this. This brings a 10th checker down to the battle, takes a checker off the stacked midpoint, slots the point we want next, which is our 5-point, destabilizes white by hitting them and sending them to the bar, leaves a vulnerable blot on our 5-point, and it fails to mobilize our back checker. Second possible move is to step up 24-23 and bring one down from the midpoint, 13-8, like this. This brings a 10th checker down into the battle again, takes the checker off the stacked midpoint, leaves no blots on desirable points. We have one blot on the 23-point, which white isn't too thrilled to go after. And we're making only minor improvement of our position. These are the two moves. Take a look at them, compare them. Look at the features of each move, the pip count, the strength of each player's position, threats facing each player, and think of which one you would prefer and you would make. And let's see what Tardieu and XG have to say. For the move where we're bringing one down and moving 24-23, this play is not too bad, says Tardieu, protecting our racing lead while unstacking the midpoint and improving our flexibility. However, in the opening phase, we should always be ready to take reasonable risks and try to find a way to send an effective cube, one where our opponent will have a difficult time knowing whether to take or pass. And this move ignores that option of using the cube later, which is why this move, hitting and sliding the 5-point, is preferred by Tardieu and XG. Tardieu says shooting the blot on the 5-point prevents white from securing an anchor there on this valuable point. We'll be reinforcing our offense too with another checker on the 8-point. Aside from potentially turbocharging our development, shooting on the 5-point could let us turn the cube on the next roll, which we could not do with the other play and any other play. Anytime white fans, we can cash the point, double, and win because of our huge gammon threat on top of our other positional advantages, such as the lead in the race. We're 36 pips ahead after the roll. We have a stronger inner board. We have 3 or 2, possibly 3 points covered after the move, after white's move. And the number of checkers back. White will have 3 checkers back, we'll have only 1. Tardieu's summary, protecting our racing lead with a single checker back is a priority, but creating opportunities to send an effective cube is mandatory and should be on our mind in every decision we make in the game. We've been looking at a money game, which is a game where the cube is allowed and gammons or backgammons count like normal. On the other hand, a double match point game or DMP game is the last game of a match in which a score has reached a value that will end the match, such as being 4-4 in a 5-point match. The doubling cube is unnecessary. Gammons and backgammons have no value. So let's see what happens if we change the game from a money game to a double match point game, DMP game. So here you can see down here, match length is 5 and the score is 4-4. So it doesn't matter if we gammon or double, that doesn't matter. If we change this from a money game to a DMP game, XG tells us that moving 24-23, 13-8 is a little better than hitting loose and slotting the 5-point. Not much, but it's still rated as a little bit better. I believe this tells us that since we have taken away all of the value of gammoning our opponent, we should now play more cautiously and focus on protecting our racing lead over trying to attack or prime our opponent. I think I'm interpreting this correctly, but I might be missing something. Let me know if you agree or not, or if you have a question or comment. All feedback is welcome. I'm creating flashcards for every problem in Tardieu's book. So far, I finished the first 2 chapters and I'm working on the rest. Email me if you'd like a copy of the cards, completely free. I'm using the ANKI program to create them, which you can download for free. The link is in the description. Here's a couple of the cards.